Hi folks, I've been on YouTube for last 3 weeks now, and here are 7 things that I learned in these 3 weeks of my journey. Number 1, introduction matters. I've done a few videos where I would talk about and ramble around, but what I've noticed is that introduction and if you set the stage up front, that matters a lot. What is the user going to get out of this video? If that is very clear in the first few seconds, very helpful. At the beginning, I started adding different topics and different interests of mine into the channel. One of the things which I'm realizing now is that the clearer your objective or the purpose behind the channel is, the clearer it becomes for YouTube and the search algorithm to recommend your channel and the kind of videos to the right audience. Initially, I started with photography, travel logs, technology conversations. What I'm realizing is the more and more I can figure out which is that focus area, the better it gets, the better the objective of the channel is, the better it makes for the viewer who is coming to your channel. Number 3, add value. You can ramble on and on. I've seen some channels which talk about how do you start a YouTube channel and they keep going on and on. Again, I don't think I have that type of a personality where I can continue rambling and have that gift of gab. So the most important thing for somebody like me is that immediately add value. By adding value, I mean sharing something which is actionable. It could be in forms of tips and tricks, suggestions, recommendations, your viewpoint. If you are from an industry like I am, are there any suggestions you have? Can you see few steps ahead, suggesting some of those things? Can you advise on things which somebody can go and implement? That is called adding value. Point number 4 is staying on the point. I am guilty of that. I've seen a lot of people who have the gift of gab, and they can meander on, and they have the way they tell a story. People may listen to it, but with somebody like me, I've noticed that it is always better to stay on point. So whatever the objective is, get to that objective as straight as possible. Point number 5 is keeping things crisp. By crisp, I mean there are a few ways to do that. One is by giving examples. Second is by showing visuals. Third, not taking too long to get to the point. Again, what happens is people on YouTube would get bored if, for example, right now you're looking at me, if this just keeps going on and this is a 40-minute video, unless I'm a celebrity or I'm adding extreme amounts of value, you will get bored. So you need some breathing space. So keeping things crisp is extremely important. Using of visual aids, examples, sounds, clips, those are always useful so that people are entertained and your point is kind of sent across. Point number 7 is, and this is something which is very hard to control for everybody, especially I've noticed my own struggles with it, is that all the sets, the lighting and the cameras, and building a different type of a set or where you would record your video, those things tend to take the front seat as you start building your channel. Ideally, they should not be the front seater. These things will come along. I am reminding this myself every day that these things will follow. We are playing a long-term game in YouTube, so eventually these will happen, right? But the focus should be on the points we've just discussed: adding value, keeping things short, getting great content. Those are the king. And last point, this is the list I made, over 7 points. The last point which I have is that you must enjoy the process. If this becomes a drag, if you're trying to make very perfect looking videos, perfect looking set, the sound quality has to be amazing, you want to invest several $1,000s upfront, it becomes a pain. It becomes like a job. But the best part is that start small, enjoy the process, think that you're adding value to somebody's life, and that should give you that enjoyment. I am getting that enjoyment. I think in the last 3 weeks I've learned several lessons, and hopefully this will continue inspiring me to make more videos. and follow a long-term journey. Hopefully this was helpful for you. These are some of the reminders which I am telling myself and I wanted to share with you. Thank you so much. Bye.